So I bought a new car. This was a few weeks ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago now, and I was driving a Toyota Corolla 2013 and I drove it. I thought I only drove it for 7 years, you guys, but I drove it for like almost 9. And I put a lot of miles on that car moving from Miami to LA, going to Atlanta and back, and driving to go snowboarding and all this stuff. It was like kind of falling apart on me. It was time to buy a new car. And my goal last year was to buy a new car in 2023. And I was like just a month later than that. So I feel like what you put your attention on and put on your vision board and look at every day really does happen. I knew that I wanted to get a car with 4-wheel drive, and that was an SUV so that when I was going up snowboarding, I could fit more stuff in it. If I needed to move again, it'd be easier. I wanted something that wasn't too huge, but that definitely had more space, and that if I went camping and it rained, then maybe I could like sleep in the back for just a night or two. So I test drove a lot of cars. I started at Ford and I thought, oh, I want a Ford Bronco. I test drove the Ford Bronco and I did not like it at all. It seemed like a huge car. And I'm used to the Toyota Corolla. I've been driving that, for, like I said, for almost 9 years, and can just kind of like whip around in it. And being in LA, being able to park easily, just getting like if you're making a right turn and you kind of need to squeeze by this person on the right side that's not like moving, then you can do that in a Toyota Corolla. In the Bronco, you definitely could not do that. And I like to drive fast. I like to be able to accelerate quickly. And that Bronco, it felt like the slowest thing to accelerate. It felt like driving a heavy metal box down the road. I'm sure it's a great off-roading car, and if that's like mostly what you're going to use it for, then it makes sense. But being in LA, I wasn't about to be like a pavement princess getting like 19 miles to the gallon. So nixed that, tried the Ford Ford Edge, wasn't crazy about it. And then I went to BMW. I drove the BMW X1, I drove the BMW X3, I drove the BMW X5. It took me a while to make a decision, as you can see. And then I also went to Lexus. I drove some different Lexuses. I also drove the Audi Q5, and I didn't try the Q3 because I thought it was going to be too small. Let me put this on a tripod because I am actually talking a lot more about my experience with car shopping than I thought I was going to. I am going to give you a tour of my car, but I just want to talk about this a little bit first to help you narrow it down if you're looking for an SUV with 4-wheel drive that's not too huge like I was. So I didn't drive the Q3 because it doesn't come with adaptive cruise control or lane assist, and that's something that I really wanted. And the BMW X1 doesn't come with it either, so that kind of like nixed that. Some of the X3s have it, but it's really hard to find. It's easier to find it in the X5, and it's obviously not like normal for the BMW X3 to have it. It's an add-on, so that makes the car more expensive. And I was like, okay with paying that because I really wanted a BMW, and I was like, oh, the X3, like that'd be perfect. I test drove it once and I really liked it. I test drove it again and I was like, this feels like a really big car. But I was like, let me just explore some other options because this is more expensive than I thought it was going to be with the tax and the extended warranty, which extended warranty is optional, obviously, but I thought it would probably be like a good idea to get it. And it was just getting like up there. And who wants to have like a huge car payment when you can be spending your money on experiences, on trips, on, I don't know, anything else really. So also the insurance was really expensive. That's what really got me. I was about to buy it and I called up the insurance company and I was like, oh my God. So that really changed my opinion about buying the BMW X3. with insurance, parking, gas, and the car payment. I was like, this just doesn't seem like the right move. So I was kind of back to square one at that point and was like just searching on car gurus, like SUVs, smaller SUVs that are like below this price, and I came across the Jaguar E-Pace. I went to go test drive it and I loved it. So I'm gonna give you a tour now. That was a long intro, sorry. So this is my car, you guys. I ended up getting silver because that is the one that had the adaptive cruise control and lane assist, which is really nice to have. The car's a little bit dirty right now just because I've been driving it for a few weeks and haven't taken to get it washed, but I just feel like this is a really great size car. And actually, this is what made me buy it. This is just so cute. You can see the baby Jaguar following the mom Jaguar. I know, priorities. And then on the inside, so the steering wheel is adjustable, which is really nice. I'm not gonna go into like all the details because I'm not like a car YouTuber, but I do just want to like show you guys, and part of my YouTube is sharing my life and updates and stuff. So yeah, so also one of the other things that I loved about it, it's like these little details and features. Let's see if I can get enough light in here to show you. There we go. So you can see there's like this Jaguar leopard print on the middle console, which I just thought was a really fun feature about it. Push start. You have these different driving modes, which is really nice. So this is like middle is comfort mode, and then you go down to dynamic, and you can go up to eco and also snow and ice. So I haven't used it yet, but there's a special setting for snow and ice. You can see that it's pretty spacious here in the front. Got quite a bit of room here. You can open this, which is awesome in that you have a lot of like roof visibility, I guess I'd say. It doesn't actually open, so it's not like a full sunroof, but I really like that that's open. You can get some more sunlight in here, and then also like if you happen to be car camping or going to Joshua Tree at night, you'll be able to see the stars. So that was kind of like a must-have for me. You can see better now in the back seats. There's not a whole lot of space, and like there's some trunk space, although also like not a ton, but definitely more than I had previously. Here is the adaptive cruise control, so you can set the cruise, and then on this left side make more space between your car and the car in front of you, and then here on the right side less space between your car and the car in front of you. This is like for music, and then it has Apple AirPlay too. It has Meridian speakers, which I really love. They are so much better than what I had before. You also have these seat settings, so car goes back to what your seat setting was, at least it's supposed to, and then you can also have for different drivers like different settings that you can click it to. One of the other things that made me buy this car, which I'll have to put a picture because it's too bright out for you to see it right now, but it displays like under the door the Jaguar logo and the baby Jaguar following the mom Jaguar. The middle console is pretty big, and it also has the print, the Jaguar leopard print there, which I love. There are also some weird things about it, which I will say, I'll tell you in case you are deciding to buy this car. So you may have noticed there's not a lot of light in here, and like these are the only lights in the front, and they're very small, and then in the back it's just that on either side. So I think that is not great. So like this is just really not that much different with the lights on. I just turn them all on and off. And then the other thing is the cup holders are really like a weird size. This one is smaller than this one, and they're both just pretty small. So like a normal plastic water bottle can fit in here, but nothing that's really bigger in diameter. Then I also have been having issues with this, and the car is still under warranty, but I might have to take it in and have them check on the electrical, which I did look up for this specific Jaguar E-Pace. This is a 2019. I think they changed it in 2020 or 2021, something like that, where they now have it here. So this is a known issue with this driving mode changer. And although I do love this sunroof, I think it is strange that it doesn't fully open. But my dad pointed out that maybe it's good that it doesn't fully open, because when he has had cars where it fully opens and it rains, it always like leaks or it's not completely fully sealed. So maybe that is a pro, but I do find it a little weird. Another thing that's weird is that the car, which I've never had a car that does this yet because I was driving such an old car, but like the engine automatically turns off, and you can switch this off so that it doesn't turn off when you're stopped at a stoplight or something like that, and then it'll automatically start back up, but it kind of shakes the car, so you can turn that off. But I find that it always goes back on, so I have to keep doing it like each time I'm driving. So I also kind of wanted to make this video because I had a hard time car shopping, and it is such a man's world. And I also had car salesmen be condescending, try to mansplain supply and demand to me. I think in any way that I can help make the process easier for other people, other women in particular, I'm happy to do so. If you have questions about my car or some of the other cars that I test drove, I will answer them to the best of my ability. And I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.